Hello and welcome back to Live, Laugh, London. I'm London, and today I'm actually going to be showing you a video that I recorded before I ever posted my first YouTube video. If you're interested in watching my real-time painting process, then you're in luck. This is the perfect video for you. This video is meant to be played in the background or while you're doing other tasks or while you're painting along with me. That's all I have for you guys today, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Hello everyone, and welcome to my first ever painting video. Crazy. So right here, we'll just go ahead and jump into it. I guess my name is London. I love art and I love painting, and I would love to share that with you, and maybe you can learn a bit about painting if you haven't taken any classes or anything. I'm not an expert by any means, not even a student really. But yeah, hopefully we can get to know each other throughout this, and this is going to probably be a fairly long video, but I'm excited to talk with you guys. So right here I have a still life sketch that I went ahead and did before I started recording. This palette is old and kind of gross and cracky and everything, but I do not want to be using these paints. I am going to put other paints on top of them and just pray that it goes okay. I think it should. There's a lot of very similar colors to the colors that I need for this piece. I'll put a picture of the still life that I'm trying to mimic here for this study on screen. So we have the green, we have kind of like a reddish brown right here for the cup, and then we have some orange. So this is actually perfect. I didn't mean to do that, but here we are. So I am going to go ahead, and I think the most challenging part of this piece will be getting the glass of the bottle to look right. I actually have really enjoyed painting glass in the past, but I am a little nervous about this one. So let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna put some red on my palette, a little bit of yellow. I hope this turns out good so that I don't make a fool of myself on the internet. I guess a little bit about me, since we're here together now. My name is London. I am 20 years old. I am a student in a college that I will not name right now. And I do not study art, but I love art. And I've always wanted to do art full time. I would love that opportunity if it ever came to me. I would definitely take it. Even if I had a pretty stable software engineering job, which, you know, that's kind of the goal right now. But, you know, I figured, why not start sharing my love for art online? I have never done a video like this before, so I'm not really sure what to talk about necessarily. I've watched a lot of videos of people like painting or drawing and talking the whole time, and I'm always like, how do they know what they want to say? I'm sure that they don't. They must have some sort of like thing that they write beforehand or something. I don't know. I'm gonna take a little bit of this brighter yellow. That was messy. It's kind of hard. That's strange. I just got these paints, so shouldn't really be too difficult to work with. They're beautiful. These are the Holbein. I'm not sure, but the Holbein, that's how I say it. The Holbein gouache. By far the best gouache I've ever used. I've tried the Winsor & Newton gouache and the Hemi gouache, and they look like pudding cups. And I'll admit, I was not really a huge fan of either of them. I mean, the Hemi is kind of fun because it's like, ooh, it's cute and everything, and like, you know, opening it is fun. I can't tell if these colors are different enough. We will see. Oh, I guess we could talk about the title. I haven't fully decided what the title will be yet, but I think it's going to have something to do with me forcing myself to make art for my stupid mental health. I have always loved making art. Obviously, that's why I'm here. And I think that it's a really important part of my life. However, in the past few years, especially since I've been at college, haven't really been prioritizing this part of my life so much, as far as like my studies, getting sleeping a lot. And so I am hoping that this channel can be a way that I can basically force myself. Sorry for kicking the tripod just now. I can basically force myself to paint. And honestly, guys, are you for real? Okay. Let's see what we can do. Whew. Well, we're gonna have to cover that up later. But I'm honestly too sad to do it right now. So yeah, basically I want this channel to be a way that I can kind of force myself to make art and add it into my like regular routine, because in the past it was very rare for me to be making art like during the school year. And so I'd really like to move away from that and kind of have it be something that I incorporate more into my regular routine. That's not dark enough. It also needs more yellow. Ugh. Okay, more yellow. I go through paint so quickly. I think it's just because I'm not very good at like judging. Did I already put red down? That's just been here. Okay. I'm not very good at judging, like, well, like to me on this palette right now, there are 3 different oranges. Orange, blood orange, and like, well, kind of the same here. I don't know. But I don't really feel like, I'm not very efficient with my brush strokes, as you probably noticed already. Like I basically painted over the same area like 3 times. And that's just a result of me not really knowing what I'm doing, I think. But hey, I'm also trying to focus on talking at the same time right now, so I'm gonna cut myself a little slack. This I think might, I can't quite tell, I think it is reactivating some of the green below it, which is actually giving it a bit of a nice like brown sort of, which is actually perfect. That's like exactly what I needed. Wow, that is a lot darker than it looks on the palette. I took a painting class 2 summers ago at my college for credit. I took it over the summer and it was only 2 weeks long. And it was basically like an intensive, you know, general, like anybody could take this class, painting class. And It was so fun for me. I loved it. And it was what taught me about gouache, actually, because I'd never used gouache before. This is starting to look more like an apple, and that's a little concerning. I'll have to go back in with some better colors later. God, I'm gonna run out of these paints so quickly. These were a Christmas gift, and I feel horrible. Can someone please tell me, like, I guess it's just because I'm spreading it out so much that it just feels like I don't have any paint on the on my palette, but I don't know. I kind of want like a red, yellow, yeah. I also hate using big brushes like this. Might not look that big, but I much prefer using tiny brushes. But, you know, that's off topic. So yeah, so I'm trying to, basically this YouTube video and this channel, I'm just trying to hold myself accountable in this goal to make my creativity a priority in my life again. And that sounds sad because, like, anyone who knows me knows I'm a very creative person. This is like the thing I like to do, you know, like the thing that pays the bills in the future, hopefully. We'll see if I can get a job. Probably not be the thing that I'm the most passionate about. So, kind of hoping I can get back into this. I just wanted to get that brush stroke a little bit less crazy looking. That's a strange color. Okay, this looks too dark right now, but I'm gonna let it dry. I think I'm gonna move on. Honestly, I'm gonna move on to the wine glass because I just want to. That sounds fun. Okay, so the color for the wine glass, gotta get my white out. I'm seeing bright green in the center. I'm seeing some darker greens, and I'm also kind of seeing blue on the edge, but I think I'm gonna go in with a dark green first. I don't know how people do this. The way I learned it was like just basically paint it. It wasn't like, you know, oh, like put down your dark colors first and then your lights or something. Like, no. I'm just trying to get something. Ooh, it's a lot of paint to put in the water. I think gouache is my favorite kind of paint. I used to actually paint with acrylics for a while when I was in high school. Okay, I'm not sure about that color, but I like the fact that gouache dries fast enough to where you can like go right back to an area that you were just working in. And I also just love the way that it gives this, like, it can give a very opaque, like, iconography sort of look. But this is the wrong color. I'm realizing right now. This is definitely not the color I should have started with, but we'll see what happens. I guess I'm going in with lights. Guess I'm gonna have to go in with some lights. Let's just finish this and then let it dry and see what happens. It looks so like messy right now, but it kind of always does on the first layer, I feel like. Especially with the amount of water that I'm using. I have to like hold my paintbrush super close to the edge in order to actually get control of it. I think it's just because that's like how I hold my pencils and stuff. I know you're not supposed to hold your paintbrush the same way you hold a pencil, and I don't always, but usually it's pretty close. Don't tell anybody. Man, we got a long way to go. I'm realizing. Let me double check we're still recording. Yes, we are. We're 15 minutes in. Not too bad. Can we talk about the tripod that I'm using right now? It's a horizontal tripod that I was so excited about because I don't know, I've always wanted one that was horizontal, and I don't know why I didn't think to buy it beforehand. But I got this one because I wanted to make these videos in particular. First of all, I didn't read the description, which was stupid. You should always read the description of a item, especially when you're buying it online, because I didn't, and it came today and it didn't have a phone holder, even though like in the picture it looked like it included one, so that was fun. Luckily I had one for my other tripod that's just a regular vertical tripod. I was like, this is gonna be such a game changer, you know, this with its crazy arm is gonna be a game changer, and so far I kind of hate it. Right now it is at a very inconvenient spot. Actually, it's not too bad. I actually managed to get this whole area cleared. I have it over here and the arm's coming up this way, but it's very difficult to get it to give me the angle that I actually want. Maybe I just don't know how to use it yet. That's probably the main issue. But I'm gonna pretend like it's not. I'm gonna pretend like I'm right and the company was wrong. To be fair, they kind of did catfish with that picture. It literally looked like it had like an add-on for a phone and like something else, and it literally only came with the tripod itself. And so, I mean, whatever floats your boat. I think I'm probably not gonna get around to actually painting the background of this image. I just don't really see it happening, frankly. I'm gonna put a little thing here. Okay, so a little disclaimer, that's the word, a little disclaimer. I'm not really with this study trying to be like 100% correct, if that makes sense. Like I'm not really trying to be super true to the picture. I just wanted something that had nice colors and easy shapes for me. So here we are, painting literally a circle, kind of a rectangle, and a wine bottle, which that part will be difficult. The glass will be difficult for sure. So you know what, actually, I don't care. Not loving the way this is looking at the moment. Maybe I will later. That's kind of always my like philosophy. If I make something and I'm like, oh, I kind of hate it, just look at it like in 2 days and see how you feel about it then. You probably will still hate it, but at least you'll know that you gave yourself time to start liking it. Well, I can't tell because okay, I'm trying to tell if this is dry or not, and it's hard because I already have paint all over my hands somehow. Sorry for the water breaks. I hope you can't hear them too bad. This is, so I have a lot of trouble with trying to oh my god. I have a lot of trouble with trying to simplify shapes. So like this reference photo, like the wine bottle, there's a lot going on there. And I'm not really interested in getting all of that. You know? Like, I do not need every single tiny detail there to be in this piece. And I think it's going to be very difficult for me to determine which parts of it I want to keep. I just always, like, I love the kind of style where, like, people, like, literally are just drawing, like, squares and stuff. I think it's so cool, but I have no idea how they do that. I can't simplify stuff like that in my brain. Why is this not, do not want to be very pigmented right now? Well, okay. Maybe I will. Maybe today will be the day that I finally figure it out. Honestly? Okay, well, hold on. Hold on, moment of truth. Okay. Okay. I should have just done this. We're gonna paint. This is interesting. Okay, so this whole area, like right here, there's a huge reflection in that picture, in the still life image. I am going to include that, but I'm gonna come back in with some other colors. I want to get like a good base down first. I kind of like how like brushstrokey this is looking right now. I don't know. I think it looks cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. Let's talk about a YouTube channel. So this channel, really, I just want to like experiment and try new things. I want to learn Blender. I want to learn a lot of things, a lot of creative things. So I feel like this channel would just be a good way to kind of keep myself accountable to actually do stuff like that. So I'm not loving this. We'll come back. We'll come back. Don't worry. Goodness gracious. It's drying so unevenly. I'm a little surprised. Last time I used these paints, they did not do that. It's definitely me, you know? It's definitely my fault, for sure. No questions asked. I had to keep my paintbrushes and everything at the top because I don't like having them on the right side because I'm afraid I'll like tip it over, and I don't need that today. Physically I can't do it. So all right, let's try to get some paint on that cup. So this is almost like, it's like a wine color. It's very appropriate for the wine glass. So I have a red. I'm gonna add a little bit of brown and a little bit of purple, I think. Actually, yeah, a good amount of brown, I think. Red usually is like very overwhelming. Yeah, that didn't do anything. So, well, let's try the purple first and see what happens. That's a pretty crimson though. That is red right there. I hope it doesn't just turn pinky, kind of. Oh, that didn't do anything either. Cool. That's just a really, like, deep, beautiful red. What? Look how pretty that is. Okay, well. I think I'm missing something. Here's a bit more purple. Let's see. This doesn't work. Okay, we're kind of starting to get darker. It does not look different. I'm gonna put some red over here and then put some purple and some brown. And maybe even just a little bit of green. More brown. Color mixing is hard. Not a light green. I need a dark green. I probably could have used the dark green that's right next to the paint I'm currently mixing. Wow. Now it's too dark. Far too dark. Well, you know what? We can use this. This color will be good to use on the dark side of the mug. The dark side of the moon. The dark side of the mug. Man, I hope that this video is listenable. I have no idea. I mean, I could listen to my... No, I couldn't. I'm not usually a talker, but sometimes I get lonely. And I'm like, I could talk all day if someone asked me to right now. It's not often that I get like that, though. It's definitely more common now that I'm an adult, though. When I was a kid, I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I don't really know why. That's just kind of how I was. Didn't really feel like it. Pretty impartial about a lot of things. I still am, but it's not quite so bad anymore. Not sure. Well, I think putting it in the water was a bad move on my part just now. Because like right here at the middle of the mug is like where the light starts to, like, there's like a line down the middle of the mug where there's a very bright color. And then the rest of it, not so much. Man, that was a bad pass on that line. We're gonna fix that later. I grew up watching art YouTubers, and I love to watch them while I'm doing things around my room, like whenever I'm watching, or whenever I'm doing my laundry. I will turn on like an art video on my TV and have that playing as I do my laundry and kind of just watch whatever the artist is doing while I'm folding or while I'm putting stuff away, you know. The nice thing about art videos like this, where it's just a long form video, is that if you need to look away for a while, you're probably not gonna miss that much, honestly. I love watching this same style of videos. Just having kind of it going as background noise or whatever. And it, you know, sometimes I'll draw along with them, and I hope that perhaps you will feel like you can paint along with me or draw or whatever. I was not really a big paint girl for a long time. I used to mainly use markers. And then after I took that gouache class, though, man, it got me hooked. Got me hooked on paint. We used the this same brand of paint. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Man, this is so much brighter than it looked. I'm just now realizing both of these look so much brighter than they did when I was painting them. That is just gouache for you, honestly. But what was I saying? I don't remember now. Okay. Oh, I'm hoping. Oh, so I used to really love using markers, and I was that kid that was like asking their parents, like, can I go buy, I saved up my money, can I go buy Copic markers, even though I was not a professional artist. There was no reason I needed to be purchasing at my, 12 years old markers that were like $7 per marker. I remember the first Copic marker I ever bought was like hot pink, and that kind of matched like my aesthetic at the time. Everything I owned was like pinky and like super, super girly, I was young. I was like a little kid. Oh God, sorry. I'm gonna move you closer again. Oh! Ah! I have to check. Oh. That's better. That's actually a pretty good view. I was worried about the lighting not being good, but I think that this lamp honestly gives a pretty good view. Not for me, but for the camera. It's not even pointed directly at this paper, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, my first ever Copic marker was hot pink, and I loved it so much, and I had no, I think the reason I bought that one was because I had a My Little Pony OC that was fully pink, and I was like, well, I know I'm going to be drawing her a lot, so might as well get the hot pink marker, and so I did. And I love that marker. It was a sketch marker. It was not the Chow, although I did return and purchase the Chow many times after. Not the same color. I never got that same color again. Not really a whole lot of practical application for that for me, especially since I was trying to draw like people. At one point after I stopped kind of drawing that OC. I could draw her sometime. That'd be kind of a fun video, drawing my old OCs. Let's see, I had a My Little Pony OC, and I had a Warrior Cats OC. And that tells you a lot about... That information by itself is like enough information for you to like ruin my life. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Let's get a little bit of white going on here. I want to do a lot of super, super light green and isn't super, well, I'm gonna add some brown to this right here, this green that's kind of drying up. I also like gouache because since it dries so quickly, you can kind of move around faster and work on different areas. But I don't know what this is gonna look like. I hope it's a good color. It looks like it probably should be okay. Oh, it's really dark. Okay. I don't know why I say things like that and then just keep using it. It's like I'm refusing to like reevaluate or like remix the paint. I don't know why. Okay. The thing about this bottle is that it has like dark lines outlining some of the areas, like on the edges. This area is tough. I'm not a fan of this cup's lid right now. I don't think I should have touched that area. What else did I do today? What did I do today? I have been listening to a lot of The Adventure Zone. I'm only on graduation right now. And I love those sweet boys and their D&D characters. I'm a big My Brother and Brother and Me fan. So that's good information about me. This is a good color for this, I think. I hope. Goodness. Glass is hard to pull off, I think. But I think that like the brush stroke actually adds a lot to it, because a lot of the edges, like the dark edges in the reference photo, are a little distorted so that the edges are not clear. So when you have like darker edges like that, I think it adds a lot actually. I know I'm just painting over the same areas. I think as I get back into painting, I haven't really painted in a while. I think as I get back into it, it'll be easier for me to like kind of plan out what I'm gonna do before I do it, rather than just like kind of hopping in like I did here. Oh, that's a good color. I actually really like this color. It's like olive. It's really good for this bottle right now. The thing about glass is that you do the whole thing and you're not gonna know if it's convincing or not until you put on those highlights at the end. That's what I do. I do all of the colors and then I go in and I do the white in some areas. I mean, that's what will convince people. That's what will trick your eye, is the white at the end of the day. So I like to keep a little bit of this, like, it's kind of mysterious. It's like, ooh, like, what is the shape? I wonder. It looks like this person who's taken this photo is like outside, I think. Maybe I should put on my glasses. Maybe that would be helpful for me. No. I just don't want to get up and I feel very invested in this piece right now. So I'm just gonna do that. isn't in the reference, but it's fine. Yeah, go for it, Lennon. See, this rim of this cup, not there yet. We'll get there. I'm not even gonna worry about the fact that it looks like you can see someone's window or back porch or something from the wine bottle, because I just don't have the patience. I'm not gonna go that detailed. I hope my head isn't in frame right now. Probably was. Ding dong dang it. Ding dang it. That's what I wanted to say. And then I don't really know why I spent so much time up here, because I am going to be going back and like covering that with the dark whatever. I don't feel like this orange is done. I don't know, maybe I should leave it alone. But maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Take that attitude with you. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't leave it alone. Maybe I should make a big deal out of this. Ah. What even happened there? When did that get there? Okay. Second piece of paper towel. Okay, see, that came off so easy. The other one, not so much. Still there. I can't be bothered to take it off right now, though. Any advice I would give to people who are just starting out with gouache? Just do it. You can cover up pretty much anything that you do wrong. So don't be afraid to make the mistakes, because you can definitely go back in there and get it later. Like this. Or all of the edges in this piece. All of the edges of any object at all here. Yeah, I know it looks rough right now. I'll go back and fix it later. I don't really want to do a background though. Oh, the dots. The dots are good. Oh, maybe a little darker. I like the dots though. There are a lot of little like dark dots on there, but I feel like if I tried to do that, it would just be such a mess. Oh, I should have gone in with a really light yellow. See, like, I'm not being true to the reference right now, but I don't care. You can bite my butt. I didn't mean that. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't have done it in the exact same color over the entire orange. It's okay. Honestly, it doesn't look bad enough for me to, like, change it, so. Cool. Alright, I need some white. Oh, I already have white out. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? I need help. Guys, I need help. Mom, can you come pick me up from school? I'm scared. We're gonna do white. I'm afraid. Maybe a little darker. Maybe a little bit darker than that. It needs to be darker. Get it in there. Okay, that looks like more pink, which isn't necessarily true to the reference. Once again, bite my butt. I'm really surprised that my cat hasn't been making noise this entire time, because anytime I tried to record a video that I had to do like for an assignment, she just decided that it was her time to shine. Like, she wanted in on it, you know? I guess I should be grateful. I'm also glad that she's not stepping on on my desk right now, because she does that a lot. Okay, I need another color like this. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. I need something just a little bit darker. I could use kind of as a transition. Put some of this down here. That was not supposed to go there. That wasn't really what I had in mind. So I'm living on campus right now, and rush is about to happen. And man, some of these people are stressing. I see them walking there stressing about rush. And if you are in Greek life, more power to you. I could never pretend to like that many people that much for that long. So I don't think it'd be a very good fit for me, unfortunately. And that sounds awful, but is the closest thing to the truth I think I have said about it so far. But yeah, people are moving back in. I'm already here. I'm helping with that. I feel like this isn't dark enough, but I'm also thinking it might just be the fact that the little thing at the top is missing right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of brown to this dark green that we had from earlier. Try to get a good deep, I mean, that almost looks like a more blue black, so I feel like, wow, that didn't work at all. Crazy. Oh, that lightened the green, I think. Maybe I can use it. Get some of that off of there. Too much paint on this brush. What you have to do with glass is you need to make sure that it looks like there are multiple things going on here that are like overlapping each other. Oh God. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's sketchy. I know my values are off. Don't at me. Okay. You guys are just gonna have to wait and see and trust me on this. Like, I know it looks crazy. Don't want to talk about it. What's gonna talk about? I don't know. Okay. This is. I might just be quiet for a minute while I try to get this precarious part. But I hate how shaky and uneven these lines are turning out. I'm gonna need to do something about that later. Like, look! Look at this! Oh no. Well, I mean, in the end, it's like at least she tried, right? That's like the whole deal. Well, it didn't really work out, but at least she tried. Oh my goodness. Yeah, messy lines and gouache. Just paint over it. What else are you gonna do, you know? I don't know. I don't know, you tell me. This side needs to be dark. I can kind of fix it here. But it doesn't make sense because it's supposed to be light. Ah! Villainy. The evil. I have to readjust again. Oh, it looks fine. Wow, it looks so different from the from the paper where I was sitting and up here. Cool. I actually really like that. Maybe I should stand. I hope it's not too loud now. It's been almost an hour. That's almost a little embarrassing considering the state of this. The state of the union that we have here. Another water. I have a feeling this video is going to be very difficult to get onto my Mac from my phone. Okay, this doesn't look dark enough. Yeah, that is one thing about gouache. It is hard to get it dark because the, I need to zip this sweatshirt. My hoodie. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that won't make as much noise. Or be in frame quite so much. Okay. All right, so for the top little cap thing we have here, I'm gonna put some straight up black on my palette. Very dangerous. I feel like I probably should sit down for this part at least. Because black is very dangerous to use. Oh boy. Okay. It needs to look like it's like, okay, everybody can talk now. All right, everybody shut up for a second. That actually wasn't supposed to be black, but I don't really care. At this point, I'm not sure that I care. I'm gonna mix this black with a little bit of brown, so it's just a very dark brown, and use it on the side here, over here, line here. Wow, that was so not straight up and down that I had to go back in there to make it thicker. Here's a little bit. There's a little bit of darkness here, so I'll do this. Do that. And then I know that's not actually on the reference photo, but sometimes you just gotta add fallacies to make it look better. now I have to take this all the way down to the bottom because if I didn't. I'm realizing that this orange and the mug kind of look like they're a little too close to where you can't really tell which ones. It looks like they're touching and they should not be. Should I? I'm doing it. Oh, this is so precarious. I hope that's the right word. I don't want to make myself look stupid on the internet. I say, even though I did have a TikTok go kind of like low-key viral once, where I was literally sitting in my closet with my phone and I think my brother's phone, and I played the Creeper All Man song, and I basically pretended like there was a home invader and they were trying to get me. And people actually, some people were a little concerned that I had actually been kidnapped. And I said, nope, it was just a funny joke on the internet. You should not believe everything that you see online. Yeah. Okay, I feel like I need to look at this from... Oh yeah, I was gonna stand. Funny. Maybe I'll... Oh, it's been so long since I've done paint like this, like seriously. I got an A in that class, in the painting class, for the record. Yeah, that's my credentials to give advice. I got an A in my general painting class in college, so obviously I know what I'm talking about. I don't really know anything, frankly, so I like to save the white for last. I feel like a lot of people do that. I don't know, I don't actually know a whole lot of artists. Okay, let me look at this from above, because I think it actually... Okay, you know what? From the camera, it looks a lot better than it does up close. So that's fun. It actually looks kind of good. What? I love the mug. Wait. Okay. See? Sometimes you just need to re-look at your art. Take a second look. I don't know why I put the white down, because I think I need to wait a little bit for everything to dry. But we are currently on 57 minutes of recording, so this is gonna be... These videos are gonna be difficult for my phone. My phone, that should be totally fine because it is a 14, but... Actually, no, I think it's a 13. I don't know. All I know is that I paid extra for extra storage, and I hope that it works. Hope that works out for me. I'm just gonna... Boop, boop. Wow! That worked incredibly well. Let's see if we can straighten out some of these edges. Talk, I'm focusing. Wow, that does nothing. There was like no paint on my brush at that point. Honestly, now I'm kind of excited to see what the white looks like on top. I'm just gonna put... There's a little thing. I'm just gonna put a little, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. Restraint. Good restraint, Lennon. I think one thing I should do though right now is get a very, very, very light green going. Like a super faded looking green. Like this. This is good. It's like basically looks white. It's very watery. Hopefully it doesn't come out streaky, but we will see. Oh, no, it's mixing with the red. Oh no, what I said earlier is coming back to bite me. No. Oh. I hate wasting white because I run out of it so fast. I use white probably more than any other color. I haven't really used it a whole lot in this video, but typically white is like the color that I use the most when I'm mixing. I think that's pretty common, but man, that's disappointing. I do need to get that same brush back. Damn. Ugh. It's falling apart, guys. Everything's falling apart. That brush is too orange. No, this one's too orange. Ah! I don't want any contamination. Okay. There's wet paint on my hand. Don't you dare get that on the paper. Oh my gosh. It's not going well so far. My water is like very orange right now from all the reds that have been going on in this piece, and it's causing some distress for me at this current moment. Oh my gosh. It just picked that up. That's dangerous. What if I do this? Nope, that doesn't do anything either. Okay. Find a different brush, Lennon. Here we go. This guy's orange now too. Hooray. And he's crusty. Actually, that's good. I kind of do need something with a good amount of shape right now. I like using angular brushes like this to do highlights because you can be very precise. Just freak. Well, that wasn't it. I'm just gonna have to make some fake highlights over here. This isn't pure white though, so it's like not really working quite how I would like it to. I mean, that's pretty light. I don't know. I think I'm just whining at this point. I meant for this video to only be like 10 minutes long. So I was like, oh, I don't want to like scare anyone off, but let me know what you think about this sort of content. I hope it's at least mildly enjoyable to watch or listen to. I have no idea, honestly. I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was good or not. All right. I need to take a second. I don't know. It's not like screaming glass to me. I think I just need to like dip straight out of my white, basically. Honestly, through the camera though, it doesn't look too bad. It's a little messy around the edges, a little rough, but that's kind of what I'm allowing this to be, so I don't really, don't really super care. I think we're almost done here. I'm not gonna worry about the background. I feel like this video is getting too long anyway, so I'm starting to kind of panic about that. Let's get that white out here and like try to get it going, you know? Like, I'm literally gonna do this. It's probably really like taboo to do that. There's some real white. You see that? Oh, look at that. And it even looks like it's giving oh, too much. It gave me too much. It gave too much. Like, okay, I see you. Like, you see how the brush is like actually making it kind of look more like actual highlights, if that makes sense. Oof, okay, no more. All right. Well, here's the final piece, I think, for now. I might go back in and do the background sometime, but for now I'm actually pretty happy with this, the way it looks, especially through the camera. It looks really good. When I'm up in close and personal, I'm like, streaky, but from a little further away, it doesn't look too bad. I think I'm done for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, please comment rubber ducky. I don't know. I don't know, just to let me know that you actually watched it the whole way through. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that you continue to try to do your best every single day, and if your best means that you just don't do anything, that's okay. I love you. I hope you have a great day, and I will be back soon with another video.